Hi guys, Tommy here, mcfcfantv. Welcome to the TNT show live on this brilliant Thursday night with the good news that England have just gone 1-0 up after James Ward-Prowse with a goal. So, that hasn't taken long for him to get the goal. So, we start off with a good bit of news there. I hope everybody's doing well. You know, International break. Obviously, there's no games, there's no player ratings, there's no reviews to really talk about, really. But what I'm bringing to you tonight is, as probably some of you will remember, who obviously have been watching for a long time. After the West Brom game, it was the halfway point of the season, and we did okay. We were starting to get into some good form, and yeah, I thought I'd come on tonight, and I'd sort of review the season so far from that point. So we're going from the West Brom game, which was back in January, and we're sort of looking at what the last, 2 or so months have been like. And we can safely say that they've been very successful. I have got some stats, how many goals we scored, how many against, who's scored the most goals and who scored for us in general. I've also named who were in the best. We had 6 players in the 2021 performances charts. And then I've also got, obviously, the managers and the player of the months for January and February. Both came to City, which sort of gives it away a little bit for the manager bit. But yeah, we all know. But yeah, we've started off well. Another successful few months. We can't really deny that. We've played very, very well. And yeah, I thought we'd just sort of come on and see what you guys have to say. So obviously people will be coming in and out, because, England are on, so I don't expect us to get a lot of views this evening until afterwards because England will be on. So we'll go with whoever the loyal supporters are in the chat, and then obviously people rank the views up, I imagine, a little bit later. But we'll see who's in. We've got Rocco Phillips saying England can win. We certainly can. We've got Sean saying hi. Hope you're well, mate. We've also got Sean saying 1-0 England, Ward-Prowse. We've got Ocean Rage saying evening. Good evening, mate. We've got Neil Handstock saying KDB scored another nice one last night. Yeah, he certainly did. It was a great goal, I must say. Very impressive. Very, very impressive from him. You have to look at, he's performing for both teams. It's impressive what he is doing. He is, you have to look at the consistency of a player like Kevin. It's to a high standard, and that's what it's about. It's impressive. It is impressive. But yeah, the numbers are slowly creeping up. That's what we like to see, because the more on, the more debate, and the more, opinions we get back from you guys, which is obviously important. So I'll start reeling off some of the stats as people are getting in, and we'll slowly say hello to whoever else comes into the chat. But yeah, up till the point when we played Everton the other night, this is in all competitions, we have scored 37 goals in all competitions. All of those in 15 games. 9 goals conceded in all competitions. 14 wins, 1 loss. Now, if somebody was to tell me the only team we'd lose against in that time was United, I'd have probably said do one, because when you looked at that February fixture list, we had Arsenal, Spurs, and obviously the big one, Liverpool away, which we all thought, this is going to be a tough one, 100%, and it was, it really, really was, and you have to look at how we went to Anfield and did what we did was very, very impressive. You have to look at that. When we look at who scored the goals, I did a tally. I went through all the games and did a tally. So with 1 goal, we had Kevin De Bruyne. Not Kevin De Bruyne. We had Ruben Dias, Sergio Aguero, Rodri, and Kyle Walker. On 2 goals, we had Foden, Bernardo, and John Stones. On 4 goals, we had Riyad Mahrez and Raheem Sterling. And Kevin De Bruyne. And then we had Gabby and Gundogan on 7 goals. So Gabby and Gundo have provided 14 goals together, a midfielder and a striker. And to be fair, Gabby hasn't played every single game. So, it's very impressive. Very impressive. Andy's on. He's saying, hello, everyone. Welcome to the TNT. Welcome indeed. Every Thursday night, this is what we like to do. Who cares about international football? Exactly. That's why we're on here, because I don't really care about it, to be honest. San Marino, let's be honest. The numbers should be shooting through the sky, because, San Marino's not exactly an enthralling game to, play or watch anyway, that's for sure. We've got Uwe Rosler on saying evening blues. We've got Charlie Everett saying, "Good evening, Tom. Hashtag let's have it, TNT. Hashtag let's have it. You know how it is, Charlie. You know how it is. The F way downwards to the manager is run by dinosaurs. It certainly is. It certainly is. But yeah, you have to look at those. I was surprised. Obviously, you look at that and you've got, who have we not got on that list? You're surprised. You've got John Stones with 2. You got Bernardo came into form a little bit lower. You got Roger on 1 with that penalty. You got Kyle on 1. So you've got a whole range. You're not that's what's good about this team this season. We're not relying on one player. There's not one standout player. And obviously Gabby and Gundogan have scored 7 goals each and provided 14 out of the 37. But you look at the others. You got Mahrez 4, got Raz 4, Kevin 4. And they're all your attacking players that are getting the goals. And then you've got some defenders chipping in, your CDM chipping in, and the important goals, you have to look at Ruben and John. They came in at that West Ham game and got 2 goals for us, and we won 2-1. So there you go. Breaking news. Goal, 2-0, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There you go. You need to watch the game when you've got Man City Fan TV on it like that. 2-0 England. You don't even no point watching the game. Come and watch us. We'll give you the score updates. We've got Sean and Charlie who are providing us the stats. They're watching this, so they can multitask, so can other people. But yeah, look at that. A very, very stretched amount of goals. Kevin obviously with the most assists there. Obviously, Foden was in there with the assist too. And Cancelo was in there with the assist as well. There you go. Jeff, yeah, that's what I'll be saying every time he does it. Uwe Rosler, I'm worried about this talk of Aguero going to Barca. So we'll cover that maybe a little bit later, or maybe another time we might cover it because, there is a lot of discussion about that. But we'll see what happens with that, let's be honest. Woohoo, England have scored 2 versus the Dog and Duck. Exactly. It's not exactly, San Marino, they were hitting form though. They did draw the other last time they played, so there is, against Liechtenstein. So who knows? So look, thank you, Andy, for my prize came today. Oh, yeah, I hope you liked it, Sean. Andy says, yeah. Sean, let us know what you think of it, mate. Congratulations on winning that. I hope you are excited and happy with the prize that you won. So congratulations on winning that in the first place, mate. Well done. Moving on, there were 6 players in the team of 21, team of 2021, if I can say it, based on performances. And that they were Cancelo, Stones, Gundogan, KDB, Raz and Foden, all averaging around a performance of 7.5 to 8. Now, that is very impressive. It is very impressive. It is very, very impressive. And you have to think about it, to have 6 players out of 20, out of 11, and there's 20 teams in that league with, 11 to 23-man squads. We've got 6 of them players in there. It shows how demanding we've been. It's impressive. It really is. It really is. But hell, you got a signed Puma football. Well in, Sean, lad. Congratulations on that. There you go. Another stat from Charlie. San Marino never won a European qualifier or a World Cup qualifier, and yet people are watching that game and very excited about it. Honestly. But yeah, we'll see. And then obviously, going back to our run, January and February player and manager of the months both went to City, with Gundogan and Pep picking up both for both months. Now, that is also very impressive. 2 quality performances from the managers, from the manager and the player. We could have had a few players that got it, to be honest. Obviously, it was just announced, I think, today that Riyad Mahrez got our player of the month last month, or for March, which is obviously very impressive. Obviously, they do it now. Obviously, you're probably looking in like March hasn't finished yet, but because of the international break, they do it a little bit earlier. But we will see who gets, obviously, March's player of the month. I don't think it'll probably come to a City player this time. There's others, Lingard, that might probably get one in, bits and bobs. But it should do, really. It should do. You look at a lot of players that have done a good shift for us. So you would expect maybe a little bit more, but it is what it is. Says it all, Charlie. Should have an under-21 squad against this lot. Why waste the possibility of injuries in the late stage of the Premier League? It's madness. It sure is. And Andy's happy that you're happy with it, Sean. It is. It's bloody crazy. I don't know why people, I don't know why we're risking players for it. I really don't. I really, really don't. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. There you go. The under-21 squad lost to Switzerland today, Andy. There you go. But yeah, we've scored 2. But I am liking that blue kit. It does look nice, that England kit. That might be the one that I get if I ever do get an England top or a classic one. One of the two. One of the two, indeed. If we look at the table, I'm just going to quickly go onto the table. If we look at the tops, we'll go top 8. We've got Everton with 46 points. We've got Liverpool with 46 points in 7th. In 6th, we've got Tottenham with 48 points. In 5th, we've got West Ham with 49 points. In 4th, we've got Chelsea with 51. 3rd with Leicester with 56. 2nd, United with 57. And us at the top with 71. Now, from 8th to 4th, really, it's very, very tight. One win and you're down a few places. But, there's a little bit of a gap between Leicester, obviously, and Chelsea. But that can be, taken down, definitely. If there's big games to play, a lot of the teams are playing within each other. I think Leicester have got Man United and Chelsea to play. So, and obviously we've got some big games coming up, which I will read out the fixtures to the end of the season, because that's when we'll probably do the next review. But yeah, I'll read that out. We've got a question here from Uwe Rosler. I will answer the questions as we're going along this time to, make sure it's a good vlog rather than just rushing through it. I will answer this question. Tom, do you feel vindicated at backing Joao Cancelo, considering how good he's been this season? Did you always know he was this good? Uwe, yes. I was excited, and anybody who knows me personally can back this statement up. I was very excited when we signed him. A lot of people like why we signed him, but I knew he was the man that when he came in, I knew that as soon as we'd back him, he's the man for the job. And look what he's done in this season. He got a lot of stick last season. I could have given up on his hope, but I said, listen, just wait a bit. And he's shown this season what he can do. I'm not saying he's been the best player this season because he hasn't. Gundogan's up there, Foden, Kevin, all them, but he's definitely up there in the top 5, no doubt about that. Some of the balls he's done, some of the the plays that he's done. He's been very calm and collective. There you go. But he has been not as good recently. I'm not going to blow smoke up his backside because he's human and he's a player. And like I say, it's constructive criticism for any player, and there's no bias towards it. I can have a favourite player, but if they're having a dodgy patch or an off spell, I will say that. And the last few games he hasn't been that good. He cost us a goal again in the derby. And his passing was a little bit off in the second leg of the Champions League, but he's done a lot in the 2 months that we needed him, and he's been part of that side that got the 20 wins in a row, or 21 wins, or whatever it was, or 24 wins actually, isn't it now? 24 wins out of 25, and he's been a big part of that. So you can't criticise any player too much, but he has had his off days in the past few games, but hopefully he comes back and does a good job. He's a great player. It's a good question, that Uwe. He's a good question, but I backed him from the minute he arrived. I knew that he'd come a good player, but he's had a few off spells at the moment, so I'm not gonna say he's been unreal because I'll get hate for that. Because you're biased towards Cancelo if it was Walker, but I am fair with players, even though I do love Joao. I'll be getting stones on the back of it, ready for the Euros. Good lad. Will England bring out a new shirt for the Euros or not? Probably not. Switzerland versus San Marino. If our under-21 squad aren't good enough to beat San Marino, we've got no hope against average international teams. No. Uwe's been average of late. I think he's about Cancelo, yeah. I wonder where everyone is tonight. God knows. I don't know. We've only got a small number on tonight. We usually got some good views. We're into the 60s and 70s at times. So I think obviously people will be watching the England game and they'll come and watch it afterwards. Obviously because we record it live. Some people can't make it. Andy's saying 2 months of decent games. Let's not go overboard. No. There you go. I think the new home one and the blue one is probably going to be the kit that they will wear in the Euros. Probably so. I'm like that with Rodri, Tom. Exactly. You know, we all have our favorite players. We all have our favorite players. You know, it's you know, it's what it is. Watching Dinosaur Football TV, it seems like should I get the Stones or Sterling on the England shirt? Get Johnny on it. Get Johnny on it. To be fair, Cancelo has had brilliant 8 out of 9, brilliant games. He's definitely improved. Clever play. Yeah, exactly, Andy. You know, he's a good player, and you have to look at what he's done for the team. He's put a shift in. Obviously, not in the past few games. He's had a few off spells, but every player has. And you know, it doesn't excuse his mistake against United, but you know, every player has the off games, and he obviously has had his off games, so hopefully can come back after this international break and carry on the form that he did before we obviously did lose. I knew Cancelo could be good, but it took him a while to get there. He just needs to iron out some of his defensive mistakes, and he will be great for us. Exactly. That's the only bit that's causing his problems at the moment. It's his defensive side. That's the only problem for him at the moment. His defensive side isn't. If it was as good as his attacking side, then we'd have a right player, and he is a right player. But just he needs to improve on his defensive skills a little bit better, and he should be okay. I'll just take a drink, lads. The squeaky chair's going again. If anybody watched me Friday Night Social last week, you'll know what I'm on about. Andy's not a fan of the England shirt. Last time I got an English shirt was €2,000. Lol. Fair enough, Kurt. Bloody hell. I didn't know. Kurt, I do apologise. I didn't even know it was you, mate. I saw the logo and I thought, I wonder who that is. Sorry, mate. I missed your comment. But new logo for Kurt. With a K. I hope you're well, pal. I didn't even realise you were on. I usually look at the Man City thing, and he's changed it. So I hope you're well, mate. I'm reading out the comment and not realising it's you, mate. So I hope you're well. Tael Lozano's on. Hello. I hope you're well. Charlie's giving us another score update. Goal 3-0. Raza scored. Happy days. Towels, come on, just came here. Welcome, hope you're well. This is Man City Fan TV. I'm Tom, and I hope you enjoy the vlogs, mate. So welcome. Charlie's happy, come on. So cheers, Jeff, for that. Kyle Doggo's saying I hate international break because Ireland are bad. Fair enough. Northern Ireland or Republic. Fair enough. Right, get Stones and Raz off that pitch. Yeah, exactly. Get him off now. Bloody Gareth will play them into the ground. He probably will, to be fair. We need to try and get Jack Grealish. Yeah, we do. I haven't changed it, Kurt. Yeah, I don't know if I said Andy. I didn't mean to. Yeah, it looks good, Kurt. It looks good. Very impressive, mate. It looks good. Hope you're well. But yeah, you know, we've played well so far. We have played well, so we're gonna sort of move on from that, and we're gonna say, what is the best game from that point? Okay, so I'll read out the games. There is one game that probably stands out, but I'll read out the games from West Brom, and you guys just put in your favourite game from that West Brom game. So, we've got a 1-0 victory against Sheffield United, a 2-0 away win against Burnley, a 4-1 away win against the Scousers, Swansea, a 3-1 away win against Swansea, a 3-0 win against Spurs, a 3-1 win against Everton, a 1-0 win against Arsenal, a 2-0 win against Borussia Mönchengladbach, a 4-1 win against Spurs. We'll miss out the defeat because we don't like talking about that. A 5-2 defeat, a 5-2 win against Southampton, a 3-0 win against Fulham, a 2-0 win against Borussia Mönchengladbach in the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals, not quarterfinals, round of 16. And a 2-0 win in the FA Cup recently against Everton. So get your favourite game from them in the chat. As you're doing that, I will share my favourite game. My favourite game for that is the Liverpool game. I imagine it'll be others too. You know, the fact how we went to Anfield, you know, and played them off the park, really. Obviously, it was a tough first half after missing that penalty. It was tough. There's no denying that. Obviously, getting that early goal sort of opened up a little bit of gap, and then obviously they got that dodgy penalty. But then after that, we bounced back. We bounced back and then got 3 more goals, and it's a dreamland really because it's the first time I've ever seen us win there. So it was a really nice moment to see. Obviously, we got the goal in the 49th minute. Then obviously Salah got that 63rd minute penalty. Then the 73rd, and then the 73rd minute we got it, 76, and then 83. So we got sort of 2 quick goals. That was class. It was class, and the scenes after that were unreal, weren't they? Really, let's be honest. Let's have a look. I'm sure it's Jamie Cooper who's a friend of the channel. He won't mind, Kurt. Oh, is he explaining what he's done to his thing? I haven't bought Jamie Cooper official Dream Seed. Then he used to have my profile pic, so I felt it wrong. Honestly, I'm good, mate. TNT, always a treat. Oh, it sure is, mate. Oh, it sure is, Kurt. At some point, I might get you on as a special guest and we can talk about something. Or you could, I might start getting a few guests on the TNT at some point. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, going back to what you think. We've got 2-0 FA Cup, says Tail. The West Brom game for me, says Kurt. Fair enough, mate. We've got One Chop Your Dick Off saying beating the Scousers 4-1. Liverpool win easy, says Charlie. Tail saying 2-0 again. Yeah, 2-0. Don't spam it, Tail. I did read it out first, mate. I will always come to your comments, don't worry. I do get through them all. I try my best to anyway. But yeah, I can see why Kurt thinks the West Brom game because, we played very, very well. So, happy days, really. Bloody hell, the TNT might now have guests. Yeah, exactly. Well, I've got contacts. Yeah, we'll see who we can get on. Maybe some celebrities. Who knows? I am going to try and work. Anybody in the chat? Do you know who Ollie Ball is? If you know who Ollie Ball is, just say yes. I am trying. I am going to try and get through to him and see if we can get him on. Maybe at some point for maybe a score predictions or a player ratings with us for a little bit, or what he thinks about Bolton because he's a Bolton fan. So I am going to try and get Ollie Ball on. He is a famous man in the TikTok and the social media industry at the moment. So I am trying my best to try and get him on. I'm going to see what I can do. That will. Isn't Ole Ball what the Rags play? Yeah, it is. But this guy's called Ollie Ball. Yorkshire. We'll have Darren Goff on next. Yeah, you probably will. Who's Ollie Ball? Basically, he's a guy. Basically, Andy, he's a guy on TikTok, which is a social media platform, who's quite famous for his food reviews. But he's a Bolton fan, and he does it in school, and he does quality impressions and stuff like that. And he's a really, really he's the celebrity of our era. Our era, he has over on his. Get Michael Ball on. I could get him on. So yeah, that's who Ollie Ball is. The young guys in the chat. If you know who Ollie Ball is, just back us up on that. What's TikTok? It's basically, Andy. It's a social media platform that people put videos on to just entertain people, basically. So we should start a TikTok account as Man City Fan TV. You put dances up and stuff like that and comedy stuff. So yeah, it's a good thing. So yeah. TikTok sort of like Vines. Yeah, exactly. Kurt knows it. But yeah, I'm trying to contact with him, see if I can get through and see if we can get him on for maybe a predictions for a weekend, maybe on a Thursday. I might do a special. I know, just pulling your pisser, yeah. I thought you might be. But yeah, I'm going to try my best to see if I can get through because he has a management team now. He's that famous. So we'll see if we can get him on for maybe 10 minutes. We'll see if we can get him on for 10 minutes. So that's my task for the next few weeks. I'm going to see if I can get him on for 10 to 15 minutes. And that will be a good watch if I can get him on. But yeah. Guests are always welcome. 100%. What spines is that wine? Class. Brilliant. Honestly, but yeah. Yeah, let's stuff stuck on the wall on my house, Andy. Fair enough. But yeah, we'll try and get a few guests on in the next few weeks. We'll try and raise it up another level. We'll see who we can get on. If I can get his mate Jacob on as well, he has over 200,000 people who follow him. So if we can get him on as well, that would be a good little evening with those two on with me. That's for sure. Is Haaland coming now? I can't answer that one. I hope so. It is looking like he might be. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But we will see. I am trying to find out more information on Haaland. I'm looking around on the social media, but there isn't much to give you guys. There isn't much. It's the same things. We're one of the favourites because we can do it financially. We're going for his dad, not his agent. But we will see. Is it food? If so, get him on. He does food reviews. It's funny. I'll have to show you. See, Ollie Ball here. He has his favourite thing. Goes, it's Ollie Ball here, like that. So yeah, he's a good lad. But yeah, we'll see about Haaland. Chelsea fans seem confident they are getting Haaland, but he won't join those clans. No, I can't see him doing that either. I can't see why he'd want to join Chelsea. There you go. Says Chippy, good evening, chaps. Sorry, late. There you go, Dad. Hope you well. A Man City fan, Andy saying, Chippy, how are you, fella? So they're all saying hello. But yeah, my man, get him on. Yeah, I'll try. It'll be difficult, but if I can get him on for 10 minutes, I will do. He'll be a busy man, but we can see what we can do. I'll try my best. But yeah. Let's see what One Shot Your Dick Off saying here. Apparently, the new FFP rules have just been released. Anyone like can't spend over 50 quid on players. I'm not going to go into the FFP. That'll probably be tomorrow night on the FNS. So tune in for that because that'll be obviously be where they discuss that. I imagine. Tonight is just sort of supporting what we've done so far, and we've sort of said that the Liverpool game's the main one that we can sort of target. Yeah, you go. Going to speak about the FFP tomorrow night on the FNS. Exactly. So we're going to skip that for now. And that's how we're going to leave that. We're going to go on to your favourite goal of this section. Now, there has been a few. Has been a few, definitely. Kevin De Bruyne's thunderbolt last week against, Mönchengladbach. Then we had the Gundogan putting Davinson Sanchez on his backside. And then what else do we have? We've had, Kevin doing a few more. We had Foden's thunderbolt against Liverpool, Alisson's quality assist to Sterling. So yeah, we're having a few good goals there. So I wonder what you guys are thinking. There we go. We've got One Shot Your Dick Off saying Foden v Scousers, definitely. It was just the moment, wasn't it? Charlie Everett's saying the favourite part of his week is the FNS. Oh, thanks a lot, Charlie. I see how it is. No, I'm joking. Kevin De Bruyne says, Kevin De Bruyne shot Champions League, says Tail Lozano. Yeah, I agree with that. Hi, Andy, all good here. Hope you're well too, says my dad. Glad you all like the FNS. We work hard on bringing new guests each week. Got Yannicka back tomorrow as well. There you go, guys. The FNS is brilliant. We know it is. It's a magical program. It really is. It's done a lot. We discussed it last week. If you haven't checked out already, it was the year anniversary last week. And it was a brilliant moment. We had Martin back on for an episode. We had Ross, we had Alan, we had Kurt, me, Chris, and Andy on. It was a good little show. It was really good. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. And I know Andy and the guys do try hard to bring good content on that Friday. Obviously, I aren't part of it as much because obviously I do my show tonight. But when I do get on it, I make sure, I see, and I'm trying my hardest to make sure we bring you the best show. And that's what we're here for. We're here to bring you content, and that's what we try and do. So it's good to get feedback with you guys loving the FNS. And hopefully you like this show too, because it's not that bad, is it? Maris v Everton League game. Yeah, definitely. That was also that was a very good one. Lots of good contenders of this one, Tom. Foden goal sticks out to me. Yeah, exactly. It was a great moment. Sterling nearly scored top bins, did he? Wow. Kurt saying, love me some FNS either being on it or enjoying it in the chat with the guys. Exactly, Kurt. It's what it's about, isn't it, mate? It's a good little show for a Friday night. It gets to the end of the week. You've had a long week of college, school, work, whatever you do. And, the FNS is just a nice little, we come on a little bit later in the night. Everybody's back. We can chill out and, we can just talk and have a laugh about what we all love, City and football. It's brilliant. Any fans are welcome, so it's good to see when other fans come on and are sharing their opinions too. Here we go. We've got the community chat again tomorrow. We'll pick one question to ask us all. Look out for it. Yeah, exactly. Give it a look. We'll see what you can get with that. Look out for it. Get your questions in, and then they will answer them. That's for sure. We've got Sean saying Ilkay Gundogan versus Spurs. Yeah, it was a brilliant goal. I'd love to. Honestly, I was watching that and I was like, how the hell's he managed to put someone like David Sanchez on his backside? That it was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and obviously, as my dad's saying here, the goal scored from Edison's assist, was it Gundog? It certainly was, and that's how it came. Edison played it over the top, and then he put him on his backside. A long week of college to school. Take me back, please. Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to because we've got bloody college, work, and college and work combined. So I'm both for them. I'm college/work, not college to school. But yeah, the good old school days take me back. Yeah, it's a little bit more chilled out than it is now because you're constantly working to make a career, and it's good. It's good. Telson FC Barcelona need younger, better players. They think they could do it with older players, but they can't. Like we have Foden and other young players. We certainly do. Gundo first touch for that goal was insane. It certainly was. That's what made the goal. The fact Edison caught, it was over a 50-yard pass. It was unreal, really. And, the fact that he managed to pick him out, but the touch was unreal. The touch was unreal. To bring it down like that under pressure and then within, I think it was 3 touches of the ball, had it in the back of the net and made Lloris and Sanchez look like mugs was absolutely brilliant. It's what it's about. One Shot Ridiculous says, good, mate. Keep working hard. You do well. Cheers, mate. I'm trying my hardest, definitely. That's for sure, with, mixing my work and getting everything else in. So, happy days. It's going good. It's going good. I'm happy at the moment. It's successful. Tyle's on. He's going now. He's going. Got to go. Bye. See you later, Tyle. Look after yourself. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Kurt's saying take care, mate. So there you go. Thank you for watching, pal. So yeah, we're moving on. Is Prestwich blue on FNS? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he is. As far as I know, I don't deal with that sort of stuff, so I couldn't tell you that, to be honest. But I don't think he is. I ain't seen him on. Unless he's known in a different name and I've not picked that up, then maybe he is, but I don't know. I'm sure one of the other lads will be able to answer that question for you. But yeah, going back to that Gundogan goal, that was a good game in general, really. Obviously it was a little bit concerning when he did go off with his groin injury, but that he was only out for about a week, so happy days. Really, it could have been more serious. But one thing that did stand out to me in this time, personally, and I don't know about you guys, is the fact we did the majority of it without Kevin De Bruyne. We went to, we had that blow when Kevin got injured. It was a big blow in that Villa game, and we were looking at the fixtures saying, "Oh God, we've got Champions League here, we've got Liverpool away, we've got all sorts of players that could cover, but would they do a good job?" And they bloody did well. And, you have to look at the Spurs game, the Liverpool game, the Arsenal game. We went, well, obviously he was back for the Arsenal game, Kevin, for that. Oh, was he back? Yeah, he came on for a little bit, didn't he? Yeah. But, yeah, the charisma and the character to go and, dominate games without some of your best signings. Sometimes we did it without Kevin and Sergio. It was very impressive. It was very impressive. One Shot Ridiculous saying, I just remember Andy did a great video with Prestwich Blue when all this FFP started. Would be good to hear from him. Yeah, it would, yeah. Charlie Everett saying Sterling has now scored 150 career goals. So exactly, he's doing a good job. Colin Savage, I think he was called. There you go. Well, get in touch with Randy, or he might come in the comments in a bit and maybe he'll share what he thinks. But yeah. you have to, yeah, exactly. Kevin, we did it without Kevin, and Kevin's come back and done a very good job, I must say. He did do a good job. Whatever happens in the rest of the season, so proud of all the players and staff. Love this team. Exactly. The charisma, the passion that they show. The fight to get the 3 points. The loyalty. The team. The pride that they put on the badge. Obviously not in the derby, but it's unreal. I'm really, honestly, it's happy days. Whatever happens, you have to look at. We went 20 games without a defeat. We weren't behind in a game. We were 0 minutes until that United game. We were 0 minutes behind. We'd only conceded about 4 goals up to that point as well. And the strength of the defense has capitalized in our favor. It's turned us into something more powerful. We've looked a bigger. If we're talking about we were good last season, slight problems, bit of a disappointing end to the season with the Lyon game, but we've come back this season and we've just turned into a beast of a team. We started off slow, admittedly, but we've turned into a beast of a team. Honestly, we're really impressive. Really impressive. You're right, Kurt. I thought Pep might walk after Klopp took the title, but Pep has stood up like a man. He bloody has, and I'm really impressed with him. Really impressed with him. Ferner volley v United, Bernardo volley Mahrez, WB versus West Bromwich Albion. Yeah, exactly. That Ferner, that one against United was class, wasn't it? I love that one. It was brilliant. And the scenes, because Dino's the man, and he's the dogs. He's the dogs. You know what? We love the man. So yeah, it's no wonder you're giving it to Mandy there, because he is the main man, and he can still show that he does a good job, because that's what it's about with Ferner. He does what he can. He does what he can. Obviously, he's getting older now. We obviously got the replacement in Rodri. I think they are looking for maybe another person to come in, but we will see. Yes, Colin Savage about FFP. He's a top bloke. I'll try and get him back on sometime. Yeah, exactly. There you go. One shot your dick off. So he might be coming back on. Who knows? Kurt saying Mahrez versus West Bromwich Albion was class 2. So many to choose. So exactly, every goal's important in it. There's not one better than the other, because every goal wins you football matches, doesn't it? If you didn't score one, you wouldn't score 2, would you? And that's how you win football matches. So every goal is class, but some of them are picked out. Some of them are more special than others, are they? Let's be honest. Like that Mahrez one was class as also. How we just danced around them was unreal. But yeah, some very, very good points. Obviously tonight this one won't be over. Obviously an hour, I don't think, because we don't have really much to talk about. Obviously when we have our player ratings or we're doing something else, we can take it over. And obviously we do have many people on, because of of the England game. We will probably cut it short soon, but I will sort of end on any questions you have. Any questions you've got, if you've got any, obviously if it's about what happened so far in the season, or what's any general questions that that you've wanted to ask me, when we've not got as many on, I can answer as many as you want. More than one. If you've got more than one question to ask me, get them in the chat, and I'll answer them, because we always like to finish with a decent bit of a question and answer Q&A type of thing, because it's important to interact with you guys, as well as us obviously sharing the opinions on the subjects that we've sort of written out. So I'll let you have a few minutes to get the questions in. See what you like to say. Tom, do you have a spare for Wembley v Spurs? Sadly not. No, I don't have a I don't have a spare number, sadly. No, I don't. I don't think anybody does, to be honest. One shot your dick off. But yeah, if I do come with a spare, I'll let you know. I will let you know, mate. Situ saying, what do you think about the rail seats? I'm very happy with this news. Finally, improvements to the atmosphere, improvements to the seating, improvements to the fact that people can stand up without getting a doing. It should make our atmosphere even better. So we should, hopefully we can interact more. We can get the crowds pumping more. Having south stand east and west. I think it's south stand west as well. Those two corners will be like a fortress, with the south stand above it. From the two stands standing, and then the guys above there. No, they're not sure. No, they're not. Charlie, they're getting put in the south stand, mate. South stand. So I can't wait to see it. And obviously, I sit on south stand level 3. So hopefully, maybe a cup game or something, I can go and have a look and see what this standing's all about. I have done it in Germany. It is a very good thing. The atmosphere does keep you going rather than being sat down. In Germany, it is very impressive how they do it. Because there is still seats. And they've got it in Scotland at Celtic. They also do it too. And you look at their green wall that they have, and look how impressive that is. And a lot of the German clubs have it, and look how renowned their atmosphere is for being great. So yeah, I'm very impressed with that. I'm happy with the news about that, definitely. What's your favourite squad number? Mine's 8. Good question. I've not really thought about that, really. I must say, number 1 usually, because of being a keeper, but times have changed, and I have to say probably number 4, Vinny Company, absolute legend. He's one of the best. So I think it'd probably have to be number 4 or number 16, because that was obviously Kuhn's first number. Tom, other than City, what other sports teams do you support? I don't really support other teams, to be honest. I obviously have a soft spot for Fortuna Dusseldorf in Germany. That's my Uwe Rosler manages there, and I do have a little soft spot for them. But other than that, not really anybody. Obviously, I like watching a bit the rugby every now and again. I do like watching, golf when I can. I do like playing golf also, but no, not really anything. I don't. City's me. It's City or nothing really. It's the legendary. It's the legendary club, and I wouldn't want to support any other team, to be honest. But yeah, have you got a ticket for Have you got a ticket for the Spurs game in the Carabao Cup final? No, Sean, I don't. Sadly not. I don't have a spare, or I don't have a ticket myself. But if I could get there, I'd love to go there and represent. See if I can get in as media. Should we see if we can do that? Are you watching the England match? No, I'm bloody not. I'm not watching the England match. I don't see the point in watching it, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when that finishes. But yeah, we'll see. But no, I'm not watching it myself. Kiam's here. Hi, hey Tom, keep up the good work, mate. Hello, Andy, and everyone. Hope you're all well. Likewise, Kiam. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're keeping safe over your neck of the woods, my friend. And hope your family's okay too, because that's also important, mate. Yeah. South stand. Yeah, it was a joke because the family stand is quiet. We've got City Chippy saying 28 Rosler. We've got Charlie saying he plays badminton. Fair play, mate. 8 when Shaw Phillips came. I almost cried. Came back. I almost cried. Fair enough. Favorite squad number for me is 7. Says Andy. We've got Kurt saying Tom or anyone in the chat. Do you like guys at F1 excited for this weekend? To be honest, Kurt, I don't really watch it. But if I do get a chance, I do sort of look at it and watch it. But no, I don't really, get time to sort of watch it. Going back to obviously that team to support, obviously I love boxing. I love boxing, everything about it, and Tyson Fury is my favorite fighter. I love the man, but I'm very excited this Saturday for the blue moon to be rising again. Campbell Hatton, Ricky Hatton's son, is making his professional debut at the Povetkin White, and he is one of the undercards. So if you want to watch our very own Man City born and bred, get it watched. Sky Sports, Box Office, or any. If you're abroad, I don't know what it'll be on over there. Days and TV, I think it is, when Sky Sports are producing it. But yeah, Campbell Hatton is making his professional debut. It was supposed to be the 3rd of March, but things got changed, so it's got delayed to the 28th. So make sure, is it 29th? Dazzin, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, get the boxing watch this weekend, guys. Support our Manchester born and bred Campbell Hatton. So he's a good fighter. I've watched some of his amateur fights. I've watched all of his amateur fights because I've been a big fan of him since he first started. But yeah, but it's exciting to see. I've been excited to watch that, and obviously, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he can do. And he's out in Gibraltar wearing the City badge on his training top, and Ricky was there in his City shirt, like polo. It's like a shirt. It was brilliant. It looked really funny. It looked proper cool. So yeah, the City badge and the Manchester vibes are getting shown around the world, and Ricky and Campbell are doing us proud over there. So from everyone at Man City Fan TV, I probably won't be really watching this, but do the City family proud, Campbell, because I know I'll be definitely there watching you on my sofa. That's for sure. Charlie watches F1 Kurt, so maybe you can watch that with him. Yes, Kurt just finished an Netflix series, Drive to Survive, absolutely brilliant. Charlie is saying, did you watch the fight last Saturday night, Tom? I did, mate. Yeah, I did. Good fight, it was. It was a good fight. He dominated our main man from England. He did dominate the Polish powerhouse, as Eddie Hearn, I think, called him before the fight. But yeah, he did a good job. Very impressed with Oakley. Did good. Did you what? Yeah, I did. 7 is my favourite number to wear on the back of a kit. Fair enough, mate. Tom's a pikey. There you go. That's in reference to the Tyson Fury being my favourite fighter. Love me some boxing. Hopefully Williams can get the points this season in the F1. Hopefully they can. That's in there. I like cricket and boxing, but don't watch as much these days. Fair enough, mate. Will you watch the Euros in the summer? Of course I will. Of course I will. I'll definitely watch that because I love the competitions like that. But it's just the friendlies that I don't like. Foden is coming on good. Foden as a sub. Foden is coming on. Did you see him with the medicine ball against his abs, Tom? Yeah, absolutely, just slamming it down on him. Yeah, that's obviously to improve the strength of the core to take a hit. His training's been intense. And if you're wanting to watch something tonight, Thursday it is at 10:30. Blue Moon Rising, Campbell Hatton. It's a little documentary on how he's come, obviously, a professional fighter with his dad's help, and obviously his uncle as his trainer. Sky Sports, I think it's Sky Sports main event tonight, 10:30. So get that watched, guys. It's a little documentary. I think it's only about half an hour to an hour long, but yeah, it should be a nice watch to see. So if you don't really know his backstory of how he's come a professional fighter, get it watched and then watch the fight on Saturday. So yeah. Sterling off, good. Ricky getting dropped in the MGM versus Floyd was so sad. Yeah, it was. It was indeed. Rest in peace, Marvin Hagler. What a legend. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, I didn't get time to watch, or I wasn't old enough to watch him, but I did last week out of respect watch a few of his fights. Little highlights of his best moments. And what a fighter! He's so technical. So technical with what he did. So yeah, very impressive. Athletics outside footy, my favourite thing to watch. Exactly. Athletics, yeah, it's another good thing, Kurt. I must agree. But yeah, football's the one in it, 100%. But yeah, maybe I might have to do a boxing show one night. Who knows? Mix it up a little bit. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, I'll definitely be watching the fight this Saturday, 100%. I can't wait. My favourite boxers, what days they were with Hagler, Hearn, Leonard, and Duran. Yeah, true legends. The best and the true characters. Referee was dodgy versus Hatton Floyd. Yeah, he was indeed. Every evening, Tom, BHE FIFA's on. Hope you're well, pal. Hope you're well. Whereabouts do you sit on level 3, Tom? Just asking because I'm on level 3 as well. Level 3 South Stand. I sit near the front. 316. Because that's the block I'm in, and that's what we'll be taking around the country and the world when we bloody eventually get to game. I got that printed last year, thinking that we might be back in September, and I've still got it, and the only thing it's done is probably go to the printer shop and back is probably the biggest away day it's done. Honestly. But yeah, the best and the true characters we were sports certainly were. Ref kept stopping at and putting any pressure on Mayweather. His class. Yeah, he is. Stone's off. Good. I'm glad all the boys are going off because they need bloody rest. After you've watched, Tom, watch the greatest ever round of boxing you'll ever see. The first round. Yeah, so there's the link if you want to watch it, guys. Prince Naseem was my favourite boxer as a kid. Yeah, funny guy. Kurt, I might be wrong because obviously you're a tad older than me, my friend, but is Prince Naseem the one? He's the one who went in on the magic carpet, wasn't he? If I'm right, just put yes in the chat. I think he was the guy who sort of went to the ring on a magic carpet. I think that was his ring walk one time. He was known for his quality ring walks, I think. But yeah, I think that was him. Or one of the fighters. I think he probably was, but yeah, one of the fighters. He went to the ring on a magic carpet. I think Prince Naseem was known for his crazy antics for days with Naseem. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, Prince Naseem was good. Yeah, a lot of professional fighters have been good, but obviously some are characters of others. Make them rise above us. It's good. It is good. And, it's good that a lot of you like a bit of boxing on here because, we will discuss it a little bit more time after time. 100%. That's for sure. But yeah, if nobody's got any more questions, I'll start wrapping it up. We're just under an hour, but we've not done bad, bearing in mind we were talking a little bit about the season and then we've done a little bit of a Q&A. So it's good. We've talked a bit about boxing. We've talked about all sorts of different things. So for an international break, as you guys know, there's not much to talk about, England, but, they're playing against San Marino, so it's not exactly like we can really talk about that. And it's not really anything big, is it? So, but yeah, we've done our best. We've given you some content. That's what it's about, innit? And, I've tried my best to entertain you for about an hour. So, but yeah, make sure you check out the FNS tomorrow night. It should be another good one as always. There we go. Let's see. Had a night in a nightclub with Prince Naseem in Tenerife. He had a VIP booth and invited me and some friends to join him. Top bloke. Exactly. Something like that's class, that. That's something like that's a nice touch. That is brilliant, that. I bet that was a really nice evening. Punched hard as nails. Shame his hands couldn't take it. Fair enough. Thanks, Tom. Great show, mate. # let's have it, TNT. Exactly. That's what we're here for. So, yeah. I'll start saying my goodbyes now. So, yeah, thank you for watching as always, guys. You're legends, honestly, you are. The fact that, you come on every week and the regulars here, doing what they do for me, making sure you're on, keeping tuned is important. And, it's nice to see that you're enjoying the content, even though, we've struggled to, talk about City for much more than 40 minutes. But we didn't do bad, bearing in mind we hadn't had a game. But, yeah. That covers me for this week, guys. We will be back next Thursday. In a few weeks' time, 3 weeks today. It will be going to the later time of 9 o'clock starts, based on the fact that I will be back at football training. So I finish at 8, so I won't be able to make it back in time. So we will be back at 9 in 3 weeks' time. So we might get a few more on. But yeah, we'll see. We've got Kurt just saying his goodbye. Cheers, Tom. Great TNT. Love to come on sometime. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to like for Tom's TNT. Definitely. One of my female friends took him out on the sparring session on the dance floor. He pissed himself laughing. Brilliant. City of Capanera. Why would we want to talk about them? Exactly. 40 minutes was enough, wasn't it? Bloody hell, City. We're the crap anyway, aren't they? But yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching as always. You've been superstars in the chat. You've kept this going. We've talked about boxing. We've done all sorts of stuff. So yeah. Look after yourselves. Make sure you check out the FNS tomorrow night. It will be on I think it'll be at the normal time of, there you go, just have a go, 4-0 England. Surprise, surprise. I think it will be on at the usual time, about 9:30, so make sure you check that out. I'm sure Andy will tweet around in the day to make sure he advertises it. But yeah, make sure you give us a like, guys. It's important on your way out. Please do. It helps us out. And yeah, make sure you give us a subscribe if you're new, because that's also good for us. And also hit that bell icon so you are notified when we are live, because that is important. Because if you didn't have the notifications, then you wouldn't know when we were videoing. And that is not good, is it? So, yeah, make sure you look after yourselves. We will see you next week, or I will definitely see you next week. The guys will see you tomorrow night. Look after yourselves. And as always, up the Blues. # let's have it.